7 days after the battle in deep space, New Terra Station gleamed brighter than ever before. The observation deck had been completely rebuilt, its crystal walls now reinforced with quantum steel, and its floors inlaid with precious metals salvaged from the alien flagship. The transformation served as both a practical improvement and a symbol of humanity's victory over the Void Realm Empire. Princess Charlotte stood before the mirror in her private quarters, adjusting the ceremonial armor that would serve as her coronation attire. The traditional flowing gown had been replaced with something more fitting for a queen who had earned her crown in battle. The armor was crafted from a new alloy developed by combining human metallurgy with alien materials recovered from Empress Camilla's fleet, creating something stronger than anything either civilization had produced alone. Lieutenant Commander Sarah Mitchell entered the room, her own dress uniform immaculate and adorned with new decorations recognizing her role in humanity's defense. "Your Majesty," she began, then caught herself. "I'm sorry, Your Highness. I keep forgetting you're not officially queen yet." Charlotte smiled, the first completely relaxed smile she had shown since the crisis began. "In 3 hours, Sarah. Then you can call me Your Majesty as much as you like." She paused, studying her reflection. "Do you think this is too much? I want to look like a queen, but not like I'm trying to intimidate our guests." "Your Highness, after what you did to Empress Camilla, I don't think you need armor to intimidate anyone, but it looks magnificent. More importantly, it tells the story of who you are. A ruler who leads from the front, not from behind palace walls." The princess nodded, satisfied with her appearance. The armor bore engravings depicting humanity's journey to the stars, from the first moon landing to the establishment of the outer colonies. On the breastplate, a new edition showed the royal cruiser Invincible facing down the alien fleet, commemorating the battle that had changed everything. "Any word from the diplomatic missions?" Charlotte asked as they walked toward the observation deck. "All positive, Your Majesty. The Centauri Collective has formally requested a treaty of mutual defense. Apparently, they're concerned that other alien empires might try to expand into this region. The Rigel Federation wants to establish a trade agreement, and 3 previously unknown species have sent ambassadors requesting meetings." Charlotte processed this information as they moved through corridors filled with preparation for the coronation ceremony. The response from alien civilizations had been swift and decisive. News of a human princess defeating an empress who had conquered dozens of star systems had spread throughout the galaxy faster than anyone had anticipated. Humanity was no longer seen as a minor species confined to a single star system. They were now recognized as a major galactic power. "What about the refugee situation?" Charlotte asked. Sarah's expression grew more serious. "That's more complicated. We've received over 200,000 requests for asylum from species that were enslaved by the Void Realm. They're calling you their liberator, Your Highness. Some of them want to settle in human space, others want our help reclaiming their home worlds." The observation deck was magnificent in its transformation. Where before it had been designed for peaceful contemplation, it now served as a fortress of crystal and steel that could withstand anything the galaxy might throw at it. Representatives from every human colony filled the space, along with the first alien diplomats ever to attend a human royal ceremony. King William stood at the center of the deck, wearing the crown of Earth, the ancient symbol of human unity that had been passed down through generations of rulers. Beside him waited the new crown of stars, forged from metals found in the core of dead worlds and embedded with crystals that had formed in the hearts of supernovas. It was a crown fit for a ruler whose domain stretched across multiple star systems. As Charlotte entered the observation deck, the assembled crowd rose to their feet. These were not just dignitaries and nobles anymore. Mixed among the formal delegates were ship captains who had risked their lives in the defense fleet, Scientists who had worked around the clock to understand alien technology, and ordinary citizens who had volunteered to evacuate children and elderly from potential danger zones. The ceremony began with the traditional words that had been spoken at human coronations for over 1,000 years, but the meaning was entirely different now. When King William spoke of defending the realm, everyone present knew those weren't just ceremonial phrases. When he mentioned protecting humanity's freedom, they remembered how close they had come to losing it forever. Charlotte Victoria, daughter of Terra, defender of humanity. King William's voice carried across the deck with solemn authority. Do you swear to protect the human species against all enemies, foreign and domestic? Do you promise to defend our colonies, our ships, and our people wherever they may travel among the stars? I swear, Charlotte replied, her voice steady and clear. I will guard humanity's freedom with my life, as my ancestors guarded it with theirs. Do you promise to lead with wisdom, to show mercy to the defeated, and to never forget that a ruler's power comes from the people they serve? I promise to lead as humans have always led, with courage in the face of danger and compassion for those who need our protection. King William lifted the crown of stars, its crystalline structure catching the light from distant suns. Then, by the authority granted to me by the people of Earth and all human colonies, I crown you Charlotte I, Queen of New Terra, defender of humanity, and protector of the free stars. As the crown settled on Charlotte's head, every human in the observation deck erupted in cheers that seemed to shake the station itself. But the most remarkable moment came when the alien delegates, led by a tall, graceful being from the Rigel Federation, knelt in recognition of Earth's new queen. It was the first time in recorded history that alien species had shown formal respect to a human ruler. Queen Charlotte raised her hand for silence, and the deck fell quiet with anticipation. Citizens of Terra, allies from distant stars, honored guests from across the galaxy, today we celebrate more than my coronation. We celebrate humanity's emergence as a defender of freedom throughout the known universe. She gestured toward the viewport, showing Earth spinning slowly below them. 7 days ago, an alien empress threatened to enslave our species. She believed that humans were weak, that we would surrender rather than fight. She was wrong, but her mistake teaches us something important about our place in the galaxy. Charlotte began walking among the assembled delegates, making eye contact with humans and aliens alike. We are not the strongest species in space. We may not have the most advanced technology or the largest fleets. But we have something that no empire can conquer and no tyrant can destroy. We have the unbreakable spirit that refuses to bow to anyone who would steal our freedom. The new queen paused before a group of refugees from the Void Realm, beings who had traveled across the galaxy seeking sanctuary in human space. From this day forward, New Terra Station serves not just as the seat of human government, but as a beacon of hope for any species facing oppression. Any being who seeks freedom will find refuge among the stars protected by humanity. Admiral Chen of the Mars Defense Fleet stepped forward. Your Majesty, I have a report from our deep space monitoring stations. We're detecting multiple alien fleets moving toward former Void Realm territories. It appears your victory has triggered a galactic power struggle. Charlotte nodded gravely. Then we must be prepared. Admiral, I want the colonial defense fleets expanded immediately. Every human settlement needs protection, and every ship needs to be ready for combat at a moment's notice. Already in progress, Your Majesty. The shipyards at Luna and Mars are working around the clock. We'll have the largest human fleet in history within 6 months. Dr. Elena Vasquez approached with a tablet displaying technical readouts. Your Majesty, our analysis of the alien technology has yielded remarkable results. We've successfully integrated their quantum communication systems with our own. We can now maintain real-time contact with human colonies as far away as the frontier zone. And their faster-than-light travel technology? Still working on that, Your Majesty, but we've made significant progress. Within a year, we should have prototype ships capable of crossing the galaxy in weeks rather than months. Queen Charlotte smiled with satisfaction. Then we'll be ready for whatever challenges await us. She turned back to the assembled crowd. The galaxy has changed forever. Where once there were scattered human colonies struggling to survive in the darkness between stars, there is now a unified kingdom capable of defending not just ourselves, but any species that shares our values of freedom and dignity. Lieutenant Commander Mitchell, now bearing the title of Royal Guardian, activated a holographic display showing the current state of the galaxy. Your Majesty, we've received formal recognition from 18 alien civilizations, including 3 major galactic powers. The Centauri Collective has proposed a mutual defense treaty, and the Rigel Federation wants to establish permanent trade relations. And the former territories of the Void Realm. Chaos, Your Majesty. Dozens of species are fighting to reclaim their home worlds. Some are succeeding, others are being conquered by new empires trying to fill the power vacuum. It's going to take years for the situation to stabilize. Charlotte studied the display, noting the areas of conflict and the refugee movements. Sarah, I want you to prepare a proposal for the Royal Council. We're going to establish a humanitarian fleet, ships designed not for war, but for rescue and relief operations. Any species fighting to reclaim their freedom deserves our support. The coronation celebration continued for hours, but Queen Charlotte found herself drawn again and again to the viewport overlooking Earth. The planet that had given birth to humanity looked so small and peaceful from this distance, but she knew it now served as the capital of a growing interstellar civilization. Ambassador Zara of the Rigel Federation approached the new queen, her tall, ethereal form moving with elegant grace. Your Majesty, my people have a gift for you. She presented a small, crystalline device that seemed to contain swirling galaxies in miniature. This is a star map containing the locations of every inhabited system in our part of the galaxy. Consider it a welcoming gift to humanity's entry into galactic politics. Thank you, Ambassador. This is a generous gesture that will not be forgotten. Your Majesty, Zara continued, may I speak freely? The victory over Empress Camilla has sent shockwaves throughout the galaxy. The Void Realm was not just another conquering empire. They were one of the oldest and most powerful forces in known space. The fact that a single human defeated their leader in personal combat has changed how every species views your people. Charlotte nodded thoughtfully. And how do they view us now? With respect, Your Majesty, and in some cases with fear. There are empires that have existed for millions of years, but none of them have produced a warrior capable of defeating a Void Empress in single combat. Your species may be young compared to others, but you have proven that youth and determination can overcome age and experience. As the celebration moved into its final hours, Queen Charlotte found herself standing with King William on a balcony overlooking the station's main docking bay. Ships from across human space were departing, carrying news of the coronation and humanity's new status to every corner of their growing civilization. Are you ready for this, my daughter? King William asked quietly. Ruling a star-spanning kingdom is far different from governing a single world. Charlotte watched as the last ship disappeared into hyperspace, carrying diplomatic messages to alien governments and trade proposals to distant civilizations. I'm ready, Father. But more than that, humanity is ready. We've proven that we can face any challenge and emerge victorious. Whatever the galaxy throws at us next, we'll meet it the same way we met Empress Camilla, with courage, determination, and the absolute refusal to surrender our freedom. King William smiled and placed his hand on his daughter's shoulder. Then the crown is in good hands. The galaxy is about to learn what humans are truly capable of. As New Terra Station settled into its night cycle, Queen Charlotte made her way to her private chambers, the weight of the crown of stars a constant reminder of the responsibility she now carried. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new threats, and new opportunities for humanity to prove itself among the stars. But tonight, she could rest, knowing that humanity's place in the galaxy was secure. They were no longer refugees from a dying planet or colonists struggling to survive in hostile space. They were a kingdom of free beings, protected by the strongest military force they had ever assembled, and ruled by a queen who had proven that human courage could overcome any obstacle. The galaxy had tried to threaten Princess Charlotte's title, and humanity had responded by making her a queen. It was a lesson that would echo across the stars for generations to come. Threaten humanity at your own peril, because they do not just defend their freedom, they expand it, sharing it with anyone brave enough to stand with them against the darkness. Outside her window, the stars beckoned with the promise of new worlds to explore, new civilizations to meet, and new challenges to overcome. Queen Charlotte smiled as she removed her crown, knowing that tomorrow would bring the next chapter in humanity's greatest adventure. The royal guard had stepped in without delay when threats emerged, and now they served a queen who would never let anyone threaten human freedom again. The age of human dominance among the stars had begun, and it would be remembered as the era when a princess became a queen by refusing to surrender her crown to anyone, human or alien. The galaxy was vast and full of dangers, but humanity was ready for whatever lay ahead. They had proven that they belonged among the stars, and they would defend that right for as long as their species endured.